Jumptastic, we realize that bounce houses can be one of the most fun and enjoyable experiences at a child's event. But there are a few key things that you need to keep in mind when setting up an inflatable. First of all, they're very heavy. They're easy to maneuver, but they should be used with a dolly. Everybody at the Jumptastic staff has been trained extensively in how to safely set up and operate all of our bounce houses. One of the first things that you want to do when you look to set up a bounce house or a jumper or any other inflatable is make sure that the conditions are appropriate. You want a relatively flat surface. You want to make sure that you're away from any power lines, trees, or anything that's any overhanging obstacles. And then the other thing that you want to do is you always want to set up on a tarp. If you're on a concrete surface, we always want to use sandbags. If you are setting up in grass or dirt, we always recommend that you stake at a 45-degree angle on each of the corners or tie-down points. But here we're set up on a concrete surface, so we're going to use sandbags. We've set out our tarp. So now David from Jumptastic, who's one of our drivers, we're going to go ahead and set this up. So the first thing that you want to do is move it into the appropriate position, which is always going to be towards the back and middle of your tarp. And set up like a jelly roll. Just going to lay it down. You can leave the straps under the unit. No kids are going to be under there. But then you just roll it out. All right, once the inflatable is all rolled out, the next thing that you want to do is to secure the corners. So you'll take your sandbag, or again, if you have stakes, with stakes, you would pull this out, drive a stake in, again, at a 45-degree angle towards the unit on all the corners. Here we're using sandbags, so we're just going to go ahead and use the clips. Clip those in. Look for the blower tubes or socks, which are these two hanging out. You'll want to figure out which one to use. Either one is appropriate. We'll go ahead and use this one. David's going to tie that one off, and really all he's doing is he's just squeezing it together. Going to tighten that strap down. And then on this side, we'll just attach it to the blower. Yeah, make sure your strap is past the notch on the blower. Just tighten that down. With your blower, you want to make sure that you're within 100 feet of a power source. Then all you have to do is connect it, and then you'll turn it on. All right, so once you've got everything connected, you've got your extension cord locked in, you just simply turn the unit on. So every unit's got a power switch, so on or off. You'll turn that on, and the unit will start to inflate. Once the inflatable seems to be up, which takes somewhere between 2 to 5 minutes depending on the size of the unit, what you want to do is do a visual inspection. Make sure that everything is, you don't have trees or tree limbs or power lines up. Make sure it's fully clear, make sure it's fully inflated, and then your kids can go in and have fun. Now that the unit's up, the kids have been inside having a great day. But today's a beautiful day. But if you got into a situation where you noticed that the inflatable, for whatever reason, started to deflate, you want to have the kids exit through the front exit if possible. Worst case, then almost all units have a little escape hatch. So as the unit's deflating, you don't need to cut into the unit. It's very easy to find a deflating hatch. You just open that up and spread it out and children can exit. The other thing to keep in mind is if the rain comes in, winds pick up, we don't want to end up on the 6 o'clock news. So what you do is anytime the wind is over about 15 miles an hour, what you want to do is have all the children exit the inflatable, and then what you just do is deflate it at that point. And to deflate a unit is really simple. You just walk over to the blower, turn it off, and it will drop. And as soon as the weather passes, blow it back up. The kids can get right back on the unit and enjoy their time again. You may have to get in and just kind of wipe it out with some towels if you've got a good downpour. But other than that, the units will be safe to use again, and the kids can go in and have fun.